Hi Scorpios, I'm Jacene, also known as Tempest Trade, and this is your energy check-in. Please keep in mind that these messages may resonate for you if you have the Scorpio Zodiac anywhere in your chart. Please also use discernment and trust your intuition when listening to these messages, as not everything is for you. These messages are also not time sensitive, which means there may be a piece of information or a message in these collective readings for you whenever you come across these videos. And if you're interested in a private one-on-one tarot divination session with me, energy healing session, or sound healing session, you can go to my Linktree Tempest Trade, linked in the description, or go to any of my social media, also linked in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started and see what Scorpios need to know right now. Oh, one card out. The Page of Pentacles. So in the hierarchy of the tarot, there is the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. The Page is the beginner, the amateur, the novice. And Pentacles is the suit of, or the element of Earth, which represents material wealth, career, financial stability, monetary wealth. So this is giving me the feeling that you are starting on your path towards some type of career or financial stability or some type of like material wealth. Either you're building a home, you are building a career, or you're building some type of inner stability for yourself. Nice. We have the Three of Cups in the upright. Three of Cups is celebration, community, friendship, camaraderie. It is, it's people coming together and supporting you. And essentially, you know, you're just in the right space. You're in the right emotional space. You are making connections that are happy, healthy, and supportive and fun. And you're possibly also celebrating a lot right now, especially celebrating with like your soul tribe, your community. Ooh, we have the Two of Wands in the upright. Wands is the element of fire, and fire represents determination, passion, creativity, creation, manifestation. So right now, it looks as though like you're starting to see the plans that you need to put into place. Like you're starting to kind of see the bigger picture in terms of goals, planning, organization, strategy. So not only are you starting this journey, but you're actually putting conscious steps and conscious efforts on this journey, which is great. I mean, so far this is a really good reading. Like, you know what you want. You're starting to go for what you want, and like you've got people supporting you and celebrating you every step of the way. And if you don't, for example, have people supporting you and celebrating you, then you yourself are supporting yourself and celebrating yourself again every step of the way. And it's nice because we have the Pentacles, the Cups, and the Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, followed by, the Seven of Wands in the reversal on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is a little interesting. So the Ace of Pentacles typically represents new opportunities and new connections, new adventures, new experiences, essentially new in the finance, career, material department, and stability department, but it's in the reversal. So this is giving me the sense of maybe there are certain opportunities or certain situations, events, people, spaces, projects, certain things that either are kind of being blocked right now, like it's being blocked in some way, or for example, you are turning away certain opportunities, certain projects, certain jobs, certain people. Like you're turning something away or something's being blocked. And it looks as though with the Seven of Wands, it typically represents fighting for your beliefs and standing up for what you value, consistently fighting. But in the reversal, it's like there's too much, I was going to say too much fighting, but that's not necessarily true. Like you're starting to kind of give up in a little bit, in a way. Like maybe you're becoming overwhelmed by having to constantly stand your ground on certain things, or having to confirm and reconfirm who you are, where you're going, what you're doing. And I feel like this is kind of saying, especially combined, it's like the spaces that are not for you are the spaces where you are unable to stand up and speak, to stand up and put your foot down for certain beliefs or certain values that you have. So, I mean, that is kind of interesting though, because the first 3 cards of this whole reading has been good, 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 and then suddenly not so good, but it's almost like it's a warning. Like in this new beginning, on this journey, you're doing all the right things. Now this is what you have to look out for. You have to look out for either situations that are being blocked because they actually are not beneficial for you, or you could be blocking yourself from certain opportunities, all because you are not standing your ground. Now let's get clarification for Page of Pentacles. I was just talking about opportunities. Look at that. Opportunity lost in the sideways. And that's with the Page of Pentacles. And it's funny because I said that with the Ace of Pentacles, that certain opportunities are being blocked. And here we have opportunity lost. Given that this card is in the sideways, it really does confirm how there are certain situations that are for you and certain situations that are not for you. And it looks as though you're going to need to use your wisdom, your intuition, your discernment in order to figure that out. And I think what's going to help you figure that out, for example, is who is supporting you, who is celebrating you, who is right there pushing you forward, motivating you, or at least happy that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing or what you want to do and going where you want to go. And on top of that, can you see where you're going and can you go there? Like, I feel like those are the 2 ways that will help you determine which opportunities are actually good for you, or which opportunities to avoid and or like accept. And maybe in some way you might have a little confusion within yourself about that. So again, trust yourself, trust your intuition, and keep these things in mind, like your values, your beliefs, your goals, what you envision, and support, celebration, friendship, community. I was going to say, let's get clarity on 3 of Cups. We have the Alchemist Lab, which is about transmuting. So essentially, use your your friendships, your community, your network, your celebration. Use those good, positive vibes, that good energy as more motivation, more fuel. Transmute that energy into like a boost. For example, let's say you accomplish a goal, and then you have people around you celebrating you. Use that happiness, that fulfillment from the celebration and the support to make another goal, or start the next step. It's kind of like once you start, like, don't stop. Continue to put energy and momentum and steam into your actions. Because with Alchemist Lab, you can transmute anything. Anything that happens in your life, any emotion that you feel, you can always use the situations, the experiences, the emotions, the wisdom, the intuition. You can always use that to further create something new in your life. And that's exactly what you're being asked to do. Now let's get clarity on the Two of Wands. Nascent ley line in the upright. I like that. Okay. And it's interesting because this picture on nascent ley line is like a map, and it almost looks like a parchment scroll. Some type of parchment paper. Can you zoom in a little bit? You can kind of see it. And then on this card, it's also a little parchment paper, like a scroll, which I don't know if it is a map, but I think that's really, really cool. So nascent ley line is about how there are certain invisible connections between people and between physical locations on the planet. For example, there are certain places on the planet that have natural energy, or like a surplus of natural energy. So this is kind of giving me the feeling that you might need to travel, or you might want to travel, or your goals might involve traveling. If that is the case, then this is asking you to be a little bit open-minded in terms of where you may be traveling to, because there might be certain places on the planet that are calling to you, certain places that you should travel to so you can expand your mind, expand your heart, expand your soul. And also, there might be certain places on the planet that you need to travel to so that way you can meet certain people. Because there are certain people that we are supposed to connect to. So you might, like, your plans, your goals, your future, it might involve connecting with certain people or traveling and connecting to certain places. Let's get clarity on the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal. Okay, that's interesting. Cards have never done that before. Okay, 3. So we have Rebel with the Hermes card and Worst Day Ever. Interesting. Okay, so Hermes is the messenger god. More well known as the messenger god, the god that can essentially travel between various planes of existence and curry messages from God to God, or God to human, human to God, etc. But we also have rebel and we have worst day ever. And since earlier in the reading I mentioned how the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal is like a block, like something is being blocked. Either something isn't supposed to work out, or you are blocking something, or something else is just being blocked from you. And this is kind of giving me the feeling like, one, it could be you. You could be a little rebellious in your nature in terms of when certain things come your way, you might have a tendency to go against the grain just cause. In which case, sometimes going against the grain is great, it's amazing. But sometimes when an opportunity or a situation or an event is perfect for you, going against the grain can sometimes mean like you turn away a perfect opportunity, which again, opportunity lost. It is possible that you might have that habit, but this could also mean that other people who are not your support, people who are not part of your soul tribe, they might have a tendency to sabotage things for you. Or there might be certain people in certain jobs, friendships, groups, communities, spaces that, are not good for you. They may bring more trouble, more drama than peace, growth, evolution, accomplishments, achievements. And I feel, especially with this Hermes card, the messenger, I feel like you need to pay attention to signs and things that people say. Because I feel like you might be given clues and messages about who to watch out for, and what certain situations to also look out for. Let's get clarity. Ooh, these Seven of Wands. Best day ever. It's interesting. We went from worst day to the best day. And moment of indecision in reversal at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so best day ever in the sideways. This could mean that pick and choose your battles. Actually, no, that's exactly what it means. Pick and choose your battles wisely. There are certain moments where you need to stand firm, and certain moments where you just need to back away and understand that is not a battle that you need to fight, or that you should fight. And once you have that intuition and that discernment to know which battles to stand for and which battles to let go, it will be easier to have best days. It will be easy. Sorry. Let me get some coffee. But yes, it will be easier to have those best days ever, and to differentiate or discern what situations or people could bring you worst days, and then what situations or people can bring you best days. Keep in mind, this is also about you too, not just other people, you. Because ultimately, you're the only one that can discern this wisdom to guide your life and make the choices that are most beneficial for you. And then bottom of the deck, moment of indecision and the reversal. And this essentially means that you are not allowing yourself to be stuck in indecision. And if you have a moment of indecision, it doesn't seem to last long. Either you work through that indecision, or life, for example, pushes you out of that indecision and into motion, which is good. So let's get a bit more clarity on these cards. Let's get clarity on Page of Pentacles and opportunity lost. Did something flip? No, okay. No. Nope, something did flip. Quick draw. Nice. So, yep. On this journey, you will need to be quick about jumping on opportunities or turning opportunities away. You're going to learn to be more quick about identifying and discerning, or this is asking you to be more discerning. But yep, you are going to have to be quick on the draw when it comes to certain opportunities, so that way you don't lose it. And then you're going to have to be quick on the draw to understand when certain opportunities are actually not for you, so you can be quick to say no. Let's get more clarity on the Three of Cups with Alchemist Lab. Wrestling in the upright. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Wrestling is going back and forth, having a little match, either back and forth with yourself or back and forth with other people. And this combination of cards is very much saying you want a healthy community that supports you, celebrates you, but also you support them and celebrate them, and you are community, you're together. And essentially transmute any back and forth, any wrestling, anything that you're in your head about, anything that you are up and down about. If there's anything that causes a back and forth situation, indecision, like, work through that. If anything should pop up, work through that. And also, the mark of a good community is when your community can work through any back and forth and transmute it. Transmute the wrestling into celebration. That's when you know you found your community. You found your support. You found your people. Let's get clarity on Two of Wands and Nascent Ley Line. Blind Zealot in the sideways. Interesting. Okay. So blind zealot is a person who blindly follows a belief or blindly follows a rule without questioning, without thinking outside the box, without thinking of others, without taking into account just another way to exist or another way to be. So this is kind of saying, when you connect to people or when you visit certain places, like, keep that open mind in terms of what you learn, what you discover, what you, who you connect with. Like, maintain that openness. Don't be a closed off person. And at the same time, you may meet people who could be closed off, who could be very blind and very tunnel vision, in which case, like, don't take that into yourself, just learn. Be aware, observe, and learn. Also, because I'm getting like another interpretation for this, which is when you have certain goals that you want to accomplish, and let's say you also want to travel, there's a certain tunnel vision that needs to take place to achieve your goals. There's a certain focus that needs to happen. So in some ways, being a blind zealot can be beneficial when you are accomplishing a goal that you have for yourself, because you really need to focus on the goal and keep moving toward it. So again, two different ways. Remain open-minded, but continue to move towards the goals with like adamant determination. All right, let's get more clarity on this Ace of Pentacles, Rebel, Hermes, and worst day ever. Ooh, okay. Executioner swing. That's self-explanatory, and that's also in the sideways. So executioner swing is about ending something, you know, off with their head, deading something, like stopping something. So I mean, block. So either something is being blocked from you because it is not good for you, completely not good for you. Or for example, you could also be blocking yourself in certain ways, in which case it's like you need to stop it. You need to stop being your own block. So two different ways. Remember, this is a collective. So this message can be for many different people. So you are either blocking yourself, in which case you need intuition, discernment to figure out how you are blocking yourself and to stop that. Or certain things are blocked from you because they're not good for you. Use your discernment. Trust your intuition. Let's get clarity on the Seven of Wands and best day ever. Ooh, that fell on the floor. Charge. Nice. Charge, this card says, honor rides before us. All we have to do is catch up. And charge is the battle tactic of moving forward. And I like this because it's paired with the Seven of Wands and the best day ever. So it's like, again, use your discernment, because there are certain situations where you're going to have to charge forward and like take your stand. Take the stand. And then again, there are certain situations where you might have to charge forward in a different way, as in like back away from something specifically, so that way you can move forward and charge in a different direction towards a different goal. So use your discernment, use your better judgment. Let's get clarity on the moment of indecision. Night terrors in reversal with celestial messenger. Look at that. Okay. On the bottom of the deck. So night terror in the reversal. I mean, night terror is self-explanatory. Bad dreams, things plaguing your mind at night, keeping you up, nightmares, like just this overall fear, or this like thinking, or things actually disrupting your mind, your heart, your soul. But it's in the reversal, which means You are not allowing things to keep you up at night. You are choosing to say no. You are choosing to put your mind, your heart, and your soul in a better space. And it makes sense because you don't want to be stuck. You're not stuck in these moments of indecision because you're saying, screw that. I don't want to live in terror. I don't want to have terrible nights. I want to have best days ever. And since the bottom of the deck, we have another messenger card. So we have Hermes, a messenger god, and a celestial messenger, which is another messenger god. So this doubles down on what I said earlier. Pay attention to certain signs. Pay attention to certain wisdoms, certain like advice that you get. Pay attention to certain feelings you have, because all of those things are messages and guidances given to you about a person, about a situation, about a job, about an opportunity, about a family, about a friend. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter when, where, or how it is. You're going to receive messages, if you haven't already, about where to go, how to move, what to do, and who is or is not right to be next to you or alongside you on the journey. All right. Now let's get answers on moving forward. And let me kind of shift these cards over a little bit. So what are the Scorpio's answers on moving forward? Whoa. Reincarnation. Nice. Okay. So reincarnation, again, self-explanatory. Going through an ending of some sort to begin something new. Passing or transitioning to be reborn. So whatever, I like that because the Page of Pentacles, again, remember I said it's a beginner, the novice, the amateur. You are beginning this journey. Reincarnation. You are starting over. And that's exactly what's happening. And it's interesting because opportunity lost is also purple, and this is a purple card. Purple is the color of the, if I'm not mistaken, the third eye or the crown chakra. No, I believe the crown chakra is more pinky. I need to double check, but third eye or crown chakra, which is about seeing and knowing. Seeing, knowing, understanding, and receiving guidances. So I feel like this is essentially saying you have experienced certain things in the past that has given you wisdom and lessons. And now you are starting fresh and you can put those lessons into practice. Put your lessons into practice. Yep. This is a brand new, fresh start for you. Answers on moving forward. Magic of the mind in the sideways. And that's interesting because we do have the wrestling card right here. And the alchemist lab, which is the transmuting. So this really does double down on there may be certain things in your mind that you're going back and forth on. Or again, there may be certain people or spaces or situations where you're going to have to change up your mindset a little bit, or you're going to have to like really focus, really buckle down, lock it in, and like ground yourself, ground your mind, especially if there's a bit of back and forth wrestling that's taking place. And this back and forth, again, it may be in regards to your friendships, your community, who is celebrating for you, who is supporting you. At the same time, if you are supporting others, if you are celebrating others, if you are being a reciprocal community. More answers on moving forward. Another purple card, resourcefulness. And that is underneath the goals, the vision, the traveling. And when I mentioned how blind zealot could be like focus on the steps to achieve your goals. And look at this, resourcefulness. You need to be resourceful. You need to understand how you can make many things in your life happen if you just see how there's opportunities everywhere, in everyone, in everything. Everything, everyone, everywhere can help you, can be a source, a resource. And it's just a matter of, can you see it? Remember, I did say seeing and knowing is the color for purple. Can you see it? Do you know it? Can you jump on it? Quick draw. Can you jump on it? I like this. I like this reading a lot. This reading is very much giving how there's possibilities and opportunities, and it's just a matter of intuition, discernment, and making good judgment calls. Ooh, okay. So we have hubris and the warrior. Nice. I like these combinations of cards. With higher power in the reversal at the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. Okay. So, and I like that these two cards, hubris and the warrior, has come out with higher power. So hubris is essentially overestimating yourself, putting yourself above a higher power, putting yourself above the natural order of life, thinking that you are immortal, thinking that you are a god, thinking that nothing can touch you, nothing can harm you, nothing. Like, hubris is often used to describe a person's overconfidence, overestimation in their own abilities, or like not seeing how they too can also fall. And it's paired with the warrior. To be a warrior, you have to charge, you have to be quick, you have to stand firm, you have to be able to jump on opportunities when it happens. Like a warrior is about fighting and survival, and it comes down to those quick moments for survival that determine if you live or die. And I'm not saying that to bring this reading to a grim point, but I'm just using that to explain, or to give an example to explain how you can stand, you can fight, you can be a warrior, but don't be so egotistical to think that you're not going to have bad days, or that like 100% of all your goals and dreams will completely come true. It may, but sometimes it is humble, and there's a lot of grace when you understand that there are certain higher powers at play. And I think that's the reason why this higher power card is in reversal, because it's giving me the feeling that Maybe you doubt higher powers. Maybe you doubt that there are certain things moving behind the scenes, certain things that you can't see. For example, like this nation ley lines, those invisible energies, invisible connections that link certain things together. You can't see it, but it's there. Like magnetism, radio waves, microwaves. You can't see it, but it's there. It's real. So higher power, it's very much there are certain things beyond your control. There are certain things that are not for you. And if you try to make certain spaces fit when it doesn't fit, you might overstep where you weren't even supposed to be. I think that's also the reason why 2 messenger cards have come out, because again, when I say they, I'm talking about universe, energy, source, spirit, gods, goddesses, ancestors, spirit guides, your own subconscious, your own higher self. All of that will give you messages and give you guidance. And it is up to you to heed those messages, heed those guidances, so that way you do not overshoot your shot. So that way you don't fall to hubris and make certain mistakes that could have been entirely avoided if only you just listened. So, in summary, pay attention to your community, pay attention to yourself, how you feel and how you think, and the vision that you have for your future, and start or continue making those plans, continue putting words into action, plans into motion, and just use your discernment when it comes to people, jobs, family, opportunities. Like, trust yourself. Trust yourself, listen to the guidances that you receive, and just keep pushing forward. Stand up for what you believe. Turn down opportunities that do not align with you. And again, just trust yourself. All right, Scorpios. I wish you much love and support on your journey. And if you're interested in a one-on-one tarot divination session, energy healing session, or sound healing session with me, go to my Linktree Tempest Trade in the description below, or message me on any of my social media. Until next time, bye. Oh no, it didn't. Stop.